You're tuned into news across the galaxy where they talk all things LA Galaxy with the Nag Boys. Let's start nagging.
Dancing pirate.
Hi, my name's Eddie. My birthday's next week,
Your birthday is next week, dude.
and I still watch wrestling.
Hey, cheers to that.
Cheers. Welcome to News Across the Galaxy. We talk all things LA Galaxy. My name's Eddie. As always, I'm joined by Bryant.
What up?
We got Chewy in the ones and twos.
What up, what up?
And we got the Galaxy's version of Rick Sanchez, the smartest man in Galaxy Universe, Mr. Chris Tucker. Welcome back to the show, sir.
Whoa. That's a lot, sir. I don't know about that. But hello, nice to see you. How are you doing?
What up?
I'm doing all right. Doing better than... What's the game?
Brock Lesnar.
Nah,
he
Brock's
won the
doing
Rumble.
great, man.
I can't believe I have larger calves than Brock Lesnar. It's fucked up to watch.
Yeah,
And
we're-
the funny thing is, we were here watching it, and he kept staring at like, dude, I got bigger calves
There's
than
no
this
way.
guy.
Yeah, I shouldn't. There's no reason. And I'm not being braggadocious. I legitimately have larger calves than Brock Lesnar. Like, he doesn't do legs at all. He could kick the shit out of me. Nobody tweet me and be like, Chris Tucker thinks he has more. I don't. I have larger calves than Brock Lesnar. Like, that's a fact. There's nothing I can do about that. That's running. It just is what it is.
And by the way, for wrestling fans out there that are disappointed, I mean, it was predictable, but it was like the storyline was right. Like that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think it was the way it was supposed to go.
If you're disappointed, watch AEW. Like, you should have seen this. You could see this coming a mile away. The moment Ronda Rousey came out, like, she was going to win.
Yep.
The moment, spoiler, but whatever. I don't care. The moment Brock lost, like, you knew he was going to win the Rumble. Like, it was just a waste. It's a waste of time. But it was nice to hang out with you guys. Like that. That was the best part. Yeah, it was enjoyable for me.
Yeah. Pizza's good. The beers are good.
Pizza's
the
good,
shots are
beer's
good.
good, shots
Tradition,
good,
right?
yeah.
Hopefully, this is a tradition.
Had a
we'll
good
keep
time.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, talk about disappointments. There was a leak for the jersey out this week. I saw it and I was very underwhelmed, right? And I was fortunate enough to have an idea what it was going to look like, so I was kind of prepared, and it was very close. Let me know when to grab. Chew's going to put it up right now. It's funny because like I'm one of the people that do not like the sash, and even when I saw that it wasn't there, I was like, "Fuck, this is their jersey." But with time, I kept looking at it, and I was like, "Damn, this jersey is actually pretty dope."
I like it, man. It seems fine, right?
I mean, either way, I'm going to go spend money and buy it.
The important thing is, it doesn't matter. If you're going to get it anyway, like, who cares?
Yeah, it's still going to be a collector's item, I guess. But
After that rebrand, it's going to be.
Yeah.
Everyone who's hating on it right now is going to be paying over the odds for one as soon as Chris Klein rebrands it and you all change the crest and you got to deal with that shit.
so I guess, we have a jersey.
Fuck,
That's all I can say about it.
you're trying to tell me my tattoo's gonna be outdated again?
Hey, what's wrong with
You
that?
know what's funny that I have? No, I mean I don't mind because that's when I became a fan. I have the old US logo tattooed, and I end up having the old Galaxy logo. That'd be great.
But that's the way these things go. Like, if you look at any of the clubs in Europe, even in South America, you look at any of the big clubs, the logos change over time.
Yeah.
I don't know whether, their fans have as big of a fit about it as we do here, but eventually, clubs change their logo, they modernize, they update. This is just a part of that. But yeah, it's fucking coming. So
It is.
get ready for it. Get your collector's edition jersey. when you can.
Jersey, yeah.
Hey, and it might become a bit of a collector's edition because it's the first one back to no sash. So
Yeah.
depending on where it goes from here, if the rebrand happens quicker than we think it happens, then this might be the collector's. So.
I think it's gonna happen pretty quick.
You think so?
Just looking at what would make sense, if I'm AEG and I think Galaxy fans are going to have a problem with a rebrand, I would have Chris Klein do it in his last year, given that he's already unpopular.
Yeah.
You're going to replace him at some point anyway. So why would you bring in a new president, have that guy do a rebrand, and then his whole tenure is saddled with, oh, he came in and rebranded the Galaxy. Let Klein do it, who no one likes anyway. And when he leaves, you're like, that was that guy.
You know what I would do? Because we assume that there's not going to be like a drastic change. But what I would do is I'd go a bit of the Liverpool route, like how they just have like that fucking bird with the torches now. We just kept like the LA
Liverbird, something like that.
So we just like kept the LA and the Quasar. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I know I don't trust the people making the decision.
Oh yeah, same here.
I'm certain of that fact.
100%. Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, this lead kit is not going to be the actual authentic, so there's probably more to it than what the internet tells us.
A little more detail in the actual white.
So you're telling me the internet's not always right?
It's consistently wrong if I've learned anything.
Gosh.
Most notably for me, if anything.
Oh my god! But at the end of the day, everyone's gonna fucking buy it. I own the silver one, and that's like I could easily say that's one of my least favorite Galaxy jerseys.
And I actually like that one.
Random question. I know you have a selective few that are your favorite, but I've never asked you. Do you have a least favorite?
Least
Mine
favorite
actually
Galaxy
is easily
jersey.
the silver one. The last year.
Oh no, my least favorite home jersey for sure is the 2007 one, the first Beckham one with the yellow big snake stripes on the side. I like the 08 where they're thinned down a little bit, but I hated the 2007. Especially as a fat guy, I was really big back then. Like the collar doesn't complement a fat neck, so it's just it's a personal reason. But I wasn't able to rock with that.
Look at these sides over here.
Yeah, least favorite. I think it's got to be the 2007 home. Yeah, I couldn't stand that one.
Interesting. Yeah.
By the way, you look great, sir.
Thank you. You look fucking. You got like a glow going on.
I need food.
Yeah, you want Patron? That's close enough.
I fucking hate it.
I got an IPA I can give you.
All the carbs.
Oh man. But anyway, jersey. At the end of the day, everyone's gonna get it. Like I said, I think it's dope. Now I think it's dope. It took me a minute to warm up to it, but
definitely you shouldn't overreact to a replica. And the picture that I've seen, I mean, unless everyone else has seen an authentic, I don't know. The picture I saw that's going around Twitter is a replica. You shouldn't base your opinion on a replica.
Yeah.
Like everyone, it's universal. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it on the players. Wait till you see it in the team store. But fucking relax. Like you're eager to be angry. You're looking for reasons to be mad. It's not. You don't have one yet. Calm down.
Oh, I'll give you a reason to be mad.
I'll go for it.
All right, so
I guarantee you can't do it. I'll be happy by the time we walk out.
So Julian Araujo got called up to the Mexican national team.
Hey, good on him.
Traveled to they played in Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
Didn't start, didn't dress, and the guy that he's battling with at right back gets hurt early on in the game.
He'll play in the next one
if he even dresses. No, but that kind of sucks though. I guess I get it. I do and I don't because like you look at the U.S. side, players that hadn't played, still even some of them started.
Yeah. Where do they play next? Do they play home?
I'm not a Mexico fan.
So if they play home, like I could understand not dressing him, not getting him involved in that environment. And you could see how the way that Jamaica game went. Like Jamaica went up, even with a man down, were in charge of the game for most of it. And Mexico scored, I think, in the last 8 or 9 minutes and were able to kind of win it. I could understand a coach saying, hey, we're not going to put you in that environment. We'll save you maybe for something a little easier or home match. I don't know their schedule. But yeah, he's going to play for Mexico for a long time. Like it's 1 or 2 games he didn't play. It's not a big deal. He would compete for the U.S. men's national team starting right back spot. Like if eventually you imagine he's going to make that spot his own, and it's kind of a long term project.
Yeah, I think he's an automatic starter with Mexico, to be honest, on the right back position.
Yeah,
and if he doesn't play, better for us. He doesn't get injured or anything like that. I wouldn't want him playing in those type of games if he's gonna
if we're not selling him this winter, what does it matter? Like if we're selling him in the summer, Mexico has games between now and then to make him look better internationally. So if we're not selling him in the winter, it's irrelevant from a Galaxy standpoint.
Yeah,
I can understand if you're a Mexico fan or you're particularly a Julian fan, you want to see him playing, you want to see him get minutes.
Yeah,
100%. But from the stance of us, like the fewer minutes on his legs, the better. So if he gets a full offseason to rest and then he gets a regular preseason with the Galaxy, that's a win for us. That's beneficial for us.
Yeah, that's true. Well, by the way, they play Costa Rica at home, Azteca, so we'll see.
Seems like a great time to get him on the field.
Yeah, Costa Rica isn't doing great, so let's see.
Versus Julian.
Actually, need Mexico to win that game. Need Mexico to win that game in a big way. Kind of solidifies the U.S. men's national team in the playoff spot, and that works for me.
That's true.
So,
Yeah. But USA's got to take care of business too. But that's for a different
conversation.
different conversation. So the big news out this week, I know there's a lot of people on both sides of the fence. So rumors are that Douglas Costa price tag was out there floating around. $5 million a year. $5 million a year for, which is obviously a DP guy that's been bouncing around a bit, has struggled with injuries. I mean, he has played for some of the biggest clubs in the world, but
right.
I don't know, in many aspects to me, for a Galaxy DP, it's a total miss at $5 million.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Because the Galaxy DP is a lot of things.
Okay.
It's a guy that's going to win. It's a guy that's going to sell jerseys. It's a guy that's going to fill seats everywhere. At $5 million a year, I mean, besides, trying to think here, who has it been? Zlatan, Beckham, and Chicha now that made $5 million, over $5 million for the Galaxy.
Gerrard, Keane.
No, Keane didn't make over $5 million a year.
Yeah, I think Keane made 6.
No way.
I can pull up a salary thing for you. Give me a second. Vamp for a second.
I'm surprised you don't have it up here.
No, I try not to. It takes up too much of my brain now.
Gotcha. I don't know. I think it could be great. It's a risk, and it can end up being great on the field. But I just think, like, as a Galaxy, like DP signing at $5 million, it's a bit of a miss, especially if you look at what's going on around the league, which I hate to do, but you kind of have to right now because I think the league is like headed in this total different direction, and it feels like we're like catching up to the last version of the league still. So that's kind of what bothers me about this signing.
You're right, by the way. Robbie was 4.5.
There you go.
That's why I keep the salaries there.
Hey, that shit.
I beat Tucker.
That shit was live.
I beat Tucker. That's great. No, man, I'm a human being. I'm wrong all the time. It happens a lot. Like this is the thing. This is all you got to do in life. This is how you get happy in life. Next time, I won't be wrong about that. That's it. Like, there's nothing wrong with being wrong on one day. There's something wrong with being wrong 2 days. Like, fix it the second day. Yeah, man, I don't know that we're that team anymore. And I think that if you grew up with the Galaxy winning and if you were a supporter through, even the early years and things were kind of tough and you weren't, when are they finally going to get over the hump? And then they do. And then there's a long layoff between championships. But like, we're in the longest current stretch without winning. There's not a lot from the organization, the people at the top, that show they're capable of putting together a winning team. Like, trusting them on the face of being able to win a championship. Like the last two where Klein was in charge, like Bruce built the team, and Bruce was in charge of the team. Like it was a Bruce Arena organization. It was accepted as much. Once you kind of had those extra hands coming in, it's been a steady decline. I think there's a belief that we are this eternal power in the league. And if you look at football around the world, that's just not the way it works. People fall off all the time. Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest were gigantic teams in England. One of them's in the championship, and one of them is on the rise again, which is great and other topic. But people have their time. It's about consistency and aspiring to consistency, and we don't do that anymore.
And that's one of the things that not bother me about what the numbers were with this guy. It's the fact that they're trying to bring in a name, which I don't even think we should be focusing on that. I think we should be focusing on the positions that there's a void. Like we've been seeing on this show, I'm pretty sure you guys have said it too, that cam position. Why not make that DP spot your cam, the guy that's going to make a difference in the game? And, I don't think Douglas Costa is going to be that guy. But, there's been players that came over here and proved us wrong. Like Ashley Cole is one of them that came over here and, kind of regenerated his career. And not to say that Douglas Costa is whack, because he's played in Juventus and he's played in Bayern. And if he shows just a little bit of those flashes, those MLS defenders aren't going to catch him up.
Yeah.
But it's just the position that he plays. It's not a cam. And that's where I have, an issue with it.
I would ask from a Galaxy perspective, as far as signing a big money or a designated player, the cam, center attacking midfield or whatever, what do you do if Efrain is your guy that you're kind of building and you want this youth player who you think is worth it, and you've put resources into it, you sign him to a new deal to keep him long term, and you're signing a big money guy over him? Like, I've always felt we got Vasquez as a placeholder. Maybe he'll give us a year, 2 years, and by then Efrain is ready to take it. Where if you can use that DP spot on another forward or far right winger, whatever we're kind of planning, and Efrain can take your cam spot and play it and is great and is a starter, then you don't have to use the DP spot on that specific place. I don't know. It becomes difficult to sign a big name, creative attacking midfielder that can play centrally whilst you're trying to develop what you consider to be your prodigy in your academy who plays in that exact same position, without risking losing that kid if you want to build around him for 5-10 years or whatever it is.
I get that, but that's like the selfish, spoiled LA fan in me, not just as a Galaxy fan, but I always use the Lakers as an example. We are not really a team when it comes to winning, to building these kind of players, right? At the end of the day, if Efrain Alvarez is that good, he's going to leave, right? And looking at the Galaxy's history, our most impactful players were not developed by us and didn't get here to their mid early 20s. Like Donovan, we got him
an acquisition. Yeah,
from Leverkusen. Once he went back. So that's my problem with that. But I get it though. Like if this was like a different league in the world, hell yeah, I would be all in for that. But if Efra does good, then we lose him.
I'm just going by how you take it for what you will. You can just look at Galaxy marketing. They don't market Efrain Alvarez like he's someone you're bringing in a big player over. They market him as if he is someone to get behind as far as the team is concerned. He's a big player. I just don't know that you spend like I would. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you. I think that's a position that warrants spending big money. It just doesn't seem like the direction the powers that be seem interested in going. They seem more interested in hanging on to the older players that play that position that might be gone in a year or two, and then Efrain can take that number 10. Which I'm not. If he earns, not opposed to it. Good on him. But I see your argument for sure. It's he has moments where he struggles, and you need something that's going to connect that midfield and those forward lines. And if he has moments where he struggles, that's rough for everyone involved.
Yeah, and I like Efra. To be honest, I do. Yeah. It's just, it seems like we've been waiting for the past 3-4 seasons that, it's his breakout year.
Well,
but if
it feels like maybe this one, should be.
Yeah, it feels like that's, I was going to get to. It's something we say all the fucking time. Oh, this is the year. This has to be it.
But you also got to remember he's still
he's
a
young
bro.
kid. He's a baby.
Yeah, he's still a kid.
But you know what? To that, looking around the league, he's not a fucking baby.
Exactly.
You look around the league, he's not a kid anymore.
And not only he's not just not a kid, but there's fucking big moves, big money going for these kids. The guy from DC out of fucking nowhere, like 700
kids that are playing less than him, that play less frequently in Major League Soccer, that make less money, who are younger, are all moving abroad.
This is fucked up. And if you're a U.S. fan, I'm a U.S. fan as well, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm calling Pepe a bust, right?
Oh yeah.
I've called Pepe a bust.
Osberg was a bad call.
Yeah, but I know. I trust me. I've been hurt so much with the U.S. Right. Josie Altidore has 0 goals in the World Cup.
Yeah, but he'll be coming to the Galaxy soon. So
yeah, but I like put all my money on Josie. Is my point. So I've learned. So like to me, Pepe's a bust, right? That dude made his name in 2 months.
Yeah.
Now he's like 700 minutes without a goal.
He did exactly what you should do, but he leveraged his hot moment.
Yeah.
He leveraged that he's on a team that's a national team that's very marketable, and he moved to a league that likes buying young players and developing them to sell on to make money. And he got his money when he could.
Well, that's cool now. But my point is, like, you think those offers are there for Efra?
I would imagine if they were, he wouldn't still be here. Yeah. I just don't think they. I mean, I think other teams would see that he's not consistent enough to warrant what the Galaxy are going to value at. It's the same when Donovan was at Everton, and there was all this talk about whether Everton would make a bid and if he was finally going to join the Premier League permanently. It was never going to happen. Everton weren't going to pay what the Galaxy value Landon Donovan at. Whatever team you're thinking of that for Efrain, whoever you think would sign him, they're not going to pay today, based on what you've seen. They're not going to pay what the Galaxy value Efrain Alvarez, because Efrain isn't, entirely valued on his playing ability. That's a piece of it. Part of it's the story of coming through the academy. Parts of it, the story of how he developed at Galaxy 2, how he played Open Cup games. Like, there's more to Efrain Alvarez for the Galaxy than just what he produces on the field. Most teams, based on what he's done so far, aren't going to pay big money for that because they don't look at him that way. He's just a player for them.
So we're going to depend on Efra to be our cam.
You got Victor Vasquez. Guys all right.
But see, and then there's a hole. So it goes back full circle that we do need that cam.
Yeah.
And might as well just spend a DP spot on that. But I mean, I'm not in the office, so
from the Galaxy,
they're yeah.
Here's the thing.
They're way smarter than us, so they know what they're doing, right?
You think so?
They don't listen to brown people.
Damn, dude. Look, us three in the table can do a better job at WWE, and
I booked the shit out of that, didn't I?
That was a good storyline.
Hey man, look, I think that kid's still going to have a very good year. I think this is going to be his year where he starts to come through. I think Chicharito looks like he's motivated as all hell. He played very well anytime Efrain was on the field. I really think the kid's going to have a good year. You could have gone out. You had Victor Vasquez off the books. You could have gone out and got another cam. Yeah. The issue is when you sign a new player coming in, most of the time it's going to be at least a 1-1. So you're going to have a guaranteed year club option or a player wanting 2 years and a club option. Yeah. If you're trying to bring Efrain through, it's better to bring someone that you already have continuity with. You bring Victor in. Maybe it's 1 year. Efrain takes off next year. So this is the year that kid really needs to fucking come through.
You know what? How I just mentioned that we say like this is the year. It actually can be. It can be the make or break. Look what we just went through this last offseason. Mm-hmm. Guys that we couldn't. I didn't feel like we can get rid of. In Steris, Leggett, Dos Santos, his contract went out. They're gone, right? These are at least Leggett and Dos Santos. These are people that fans like. Players that fans like. So, Efra doesn't produce. Kind of seems, even though it's not official, that Manny has the reins as far as players go. If Efra doesn't produce this year, who's to say he's not gone? Like in a trade,
he sits forever. Worst thing. I mean, look, I like him. I wish the kid the best. Worst thing he could have did was sign that contract. He's $150,000 against the cap. We can sit him for 5 years. It doesn't matter. We own him. If we want to sell him on, great. If we want to sit here and wait to see if he ever produces, we can afford to do that against our salary cap, and it doesn't really affect us in a negative way. He costs half of what Daniel Steris cost last year. It's nothing. He's an academy homegrown player who signed what is it, the U22 contract. He has to produce, or this is kind of the end of the road.
Well, he has a great mind to pick at with Victor Vasquez and Sasha Question. So
great people to learn from.
John Rebata Lam, saludos a Peru. Watching us from Peru.
What?
I didn't know what just happened. Did you just cast a spell on me, or what?
No, Brian shouted out some of these. He's watching from Peru.
Oh, yeah. I apologize.
He's from Peru.
Saludos. Hey, yeah, that's dope. That's still international over here. See, Tucker, see what you do?
What'd I do?
You get on and we
You
have
bring all the boys of the yard.
Oh, they like, hey, it's better than y'all's. Damn right. Oh, it's better than y'all. I can't teach you. I tried.
This is something we have to talk about because fans love talking about this and talking about this. Sorry, they're Royal Rumble shots, whole tradition. It's getting to me. Pavon. Pavon is something you have to talk about like every episode.
Why? No, you don't.
You don't.
You really don't.
Why not?
Because though, actually, let me finish.
Let's talk about Danny Welbeck. Let's just talk about players who aren't signed by the Galaxy.
But what I wanted to do.
Oh,
is
apologies.
like I just want to kill it, bro. I do want to kill it because
Kill it.
I've had some conversations, and I'm telling you right now that I am pretty positive from what I've understood from these conversations that it's dead.
Why? Of course.
It's like it's dead.
Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Look, what was the connection to Christian Pavon?
That it was an
How did
easy
we get
safe
in?
signing.
How did we get in? How did we get that
GBS.
sweet deal?
GBS and DTK.
Both of those motherfuckers are gone.
Yeah.
You think he's coming for Chris Klein?
Of course, everybody is.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make it makes no sense.
He might give him free JL headphones. You know.
Oh my God! Yes, Christian Pavon was very, very good. He's very talented. He was another lone player who doesn't play for the Galaxy anymore. We don't talk about whether Fabio Alvarez is coming back. It's a weird thing where we want these things to happen again. Am I like? Yeah, Christian was great, man, but that ship has sailed. It's gone. It's gone. It's done.
You hear that, universe?
It's just done. It's
LA
okay.
Galaxy universe. Rick Sanchez said. It's done.
It's okay.
Sanchez.
Tucker Sanchez said.
Chris Richard Tucker Sanchez.
I'm with that, man. Tuck Dick Sanchez. Good old Tuck Dick Sanchez.
Nah, but it's got to be.
That's my cowboy name. George, draw that for me, please.
And one thing we mentioned over and over, it's AEG is a global brand. Until proven innocent, they cannot have convicted sex offender.
Yeah. I mean, Shannon Williams beat his girlfriend. They didn't give a shit about that. Zlatan Ibrahimovic racially abused Oguchi Onyewu. Didn't care about that. Alan Gordon dropped a F-bomb against Will Johnson in an MLS game on camera. Didn't give a shit about that. Look, AG, not as pure as everyone likes to think. We turn a blind eye when it's acceptable. And we tried. We sold Christian Pavon community kit jerseys when he wasn't on the team anymore.
Yep.
When he was currently being accused of everything he was accused of, which never proven guilty. So that's a whole separate thing. We're not. I'm not here to judge a man. But hey, we're okay. We're okay with dodgy things. We're okay with the questionable.
Yeah. Questionable.
I'm not diametrically opposed. It's terrible. Just glad we're outside.
But let's start talking about the people that are actually over here in the on the roster now and apparently innocent. So the Galaxy actually put out a preseason roster, and Tucker might be able to help us with a few of these guys because
probably not.
Yeah, maybe. Well, they're like G2 guys.
Most likely not.
I didn't get to watch a lot of G2 last year. It was too much school. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah, no, it's okay, man.
I apologize.
Yeah, no.
You got to ask Ed. Ed picks up all the shit when I got to let it go.
I'm sorry that I'm not the better Ed. See, fucking Rick Sanchez over here. I'm not the better Morty.
Told you.
I'm like the whacker Ed over here. Sheesh. I'm just gonna read.
Ed does his best. He's a good guy.
Nah. Wait, shout out to Ed, man. He's not here because he's out there doing homework.
Yeah.
He's a better person.
He's updating Royal Rumble spreadsheets.
Hey, but he put it together. Shout out for him for that too.
Yeah. I love Ed.
I was never gonna do that.
No, 1,000 years.
Never.
Totally stole my $10, but it's all good. So Galaxy put out a preseason roster. I'll try to go through it as quick as possible. Try not to stutter. Goalkeeper Jonathan Bond. Goalkeepers Jonathan Bond, Jonathan Klinsmann, Eric Lopez, Richard Sanchez.
Hey.
Good
Good old Dick Sanchez.
Defenders Julian Araujo. They actually put Julian Araujo on the preseason roster. I guess
He's
later
fucking
on.
Bay, just in case he comes back.
Okay.
You want to make sure the roster nobody cares about is accurate.
Julian Araujo, Seiya Koulibaly, Nick DePew, Josh Strack, Raheem Edwards, Marcus Furcranis, Kelvin Leardon, Jaden Neal, Chandler Vaughn, Jorge Villafana, Derek Williams. Midfielders, Daniel Aguirre, Efrain Alvarez, Hamza Berry, Mark Delgado, I'm not going to even try his last name. Samuel Granster, Carlos Harvey, Colum Johnson, Sasha Klesen, Jonathan Perez, Ryan Revolucion, Adam Saldana, Victor Vasquez, forwards Kevin Cabral, Cameron Dunbar, Javier Chicharito Hernandez, Dejan Jovic, Preston Judd, and
My man's.
the Ferrari Mutatu.
Number 1 draft pick.
How do you say his name?
Mutatu.
Mutatu?
Yeah. I mean, it's... I assume...
Yeah,
said the way
I'm sure it's right.
Yeah. Don't make me feel bad.
I'm sorry. I genuinely
I
didn't
know
know.
I'm not the good Ed, but, I try too.
Ed doesn't know.
I
100%
also
Ed
try, just so you know.
It doesn't know.
Maybe
I
my
guarantee
tries aren't as successful, but I tried, damn it.
They're better. They're much better.
I mean, that's what we got, right? That's what we got. The obvious to me is still like in that creative attacking part of the field. Here.
Yeah.
I just read that list and I didn't feel any better.
No, I'm interested to see, it's not going to happen, but if there can be a moment that is live streamed by the club or whether, are they on television or they're all web streamed? I know the first one wasn't.
Today's wasn't. They wasn't televised. But I mean, there's people there.
I want to see Chicharito and Johnny Perez like that. I want to see that's a creative from the second team. That's really, really good. Now that we've lost literally fucking everyone else from the second team who's worth anything, Johnny Perez, who's all I got to rest my hopes on since everyone else is gone, except Jalen Neal and Marcus Furcranis because they're my boys. Black Galaxy players. Yes, that's what it comes down to. Fuck you. But Johnny Perez as that creative force from the second team and Javier Hernandez and seeing how those two games can link up. Because in Johnny Perez, you have something of, trying to be fair to him, you have something of a less flashy version of what Efrain was like on the second team. So to get to see a raw version of that, a young raw version of that play with Javier, it was something I personally would like to watch, having seen both teams play. But anyway, it's always good to see young kids brought up and given a chance.
And I think to add on to your point with Johnny Perez, I think it's also good competition, good pressure. I would like to see Johnny Perez even put on the first team roster to put pressure on effort. Hey, no, this kid right here wants that opportunity too. And I would do the same thing with the center backs, although they're not young kids that are starting a center back. But you put Furcranis and Jalen Neal in there. Then Jalen Neal, could have been in the first team for all we know if he wouldn't have got hurt last year.
Yeah.
So those, to me, those guys have to be.
Well, I think I saw Furcranis got called up to the U.S. Youth National Team.
The U20, right? I think so.
And so, I mean, it's you gotta keep pushing these kids.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick DePuy came from the second team, is objectively a better defender than Koulibaly last year. Let's keep it going. I think for all of G2 this year, it should just be for Furcranis and Neal. I think Jesus Vasquez got let go last year, or not renewed, whatever a kinder way of saying it is. And now it's time to give those two that starting G2 spot. And hopefully this will be an opportunity we see in the preseason where they're getting some game time together and starting to build that chemistry. They live together, so they're building that chemistry as often as they can. The more, the better. Keep it going. Keep playing.
Hey, Brian. You got anything to say?
You guys notice that we have one Trailist player?
Trilist?
Yeah.
Trial list.
I'm Mexican, so Trailist.
It's Trailist. Who is it? Was the guy with the 2 asterisks?
Hamza
Hamza
Berry.
Barry, the 3 asterisks.
Oh, 3 asterisks. 3 asterisks means Trilist, yeah.
Yeah.
Midfielder?
From, yeah.
Wasn't Johnny Perez the Trilist? No, Daniel
Aguirre. Daniel Aguirre was a trialist.
He was
Fucking
a trialist.
deserved to
He
get
did.
a contract too. Kid worked his ass
Yeah,
off.
he's good. From this roster, I just want to see how the number 1 draft pick for the LA Galaxy does, to be honest.
Forward too.
The Ferrari. Yeah, forward.
There's one thing that's going to hold him back no matter how good he does, I think. It's that international slot.
Yeah, it always hurts.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure kid would be eager to get a green card more eager than
Vasquez.
captains of the team who know that getting a green card could help the organization and still don't get one for some fucking reason.
Well, a player like him, yeah, and he scored today on that.
I saw that. Yeah,
good friendly. So
So since Brian,
that's a good sign.
So since Brian went into it, which I was going to next, Brian, the Galaxy actually played today. Hey, we got first Galaxy action.
We didn't get to see, which sucked
Happens.
a lot.
Brian just stepping over my lines right here.
Well,
So the Galaxy played today in a 5-4 win. Brian, give us a breakdown of the game.
we won.
Let's see, that's what I was going to do next. So Brian's over here. You get to see the game. Well, these games are weird. It ended up a 5-4 win against Toronto, but these games are always weird. It's like in and outs, fucking quarters, 30-minute quarters or whatever. So we have no idea how this game went. The one thing I can tell you though is
We won.
we won. And it seems like there's no defense in either team.
No hard tackling. So you get a lot of scoring because no one's really trying to put a body in anybody because you don't want anyone to get hurt. So it's like all-star hockey games. It's just people scoring like crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
The one thing we saw is that Chicha scored a PK.
He Panenka.
That's 2 in a row.
That's why you know it wasn't going to be on TV. That's how you know you couldn't, because it doesn't exist. It can't be real.
All right, that shit was training. They just angled it right. Us men know about angles, so he angled it right. They angled it right in his training. But anyways, that's like as much as we know. That's just the way it is. I can't talk much about the game, but the one cool thing to see is that 5 different scorers.
Yeah.
It came from all over. We had Alvarez, Chicha, Cabral, Grancer, and Mutatu get on the score sheet.
Mutatu is the third. You want a random Galaxy stat?
Yes, I do.
Mutatu is the third Zimbabwean Galaxy player in history.
That is awesome.
Take that with you.
Could I guess?
Oh, you certainly can. I believe in you. You believe in yourself?
We're going to go.
Fucking shit. I see him.
What do you know of your African Galaxy players?
He had dreads. Number 28, I want to say.
Close, 26.
26. So I know who it is, but I can't remember his name.
So then you don't know who it is.
Definitely yellow jersey. Hold on. Damn it. I'm not going to get it. I'll just
You'll
give
get
me
it
a few
next
minutes.
time.
We'll circle
We'll circle back to it.
We'll circle back to it.
You got to stay to the end of the show.
I was actually going to make an offer for the chat, but never mind because Google exists. So I can't do that. He was a draft pick, by the way. The guy I'm thinking of.
Probably, yeah. I haven't yet made a list of draft picks. It's something that I want to do at some point. Damn. I just haven't done it yet. It'll happen. Don't worry. It's a matter of time. See, that's the thing. I got to find ones that I care about. Like the draft, I care about shit like the draft. Academy graduates, I care about shit like that. When people are like, oh, who scored on my birthday when I was 8? I'm like, I don't give a fuck about it. What do you want, man? Go look it up yourself. Why is that my problem?
Dude, I will tell you who scored on my birthday. I can tell you every single Galaxy player that scored on my birthday.
Really?
Yeah. Easy. Nobody.
Never happens.
My birthday's in 2 weeks.
Oh, shit. Well, happy birthday, everyone.
Thank you. But see, you know why? Nobody's ever scored on my birthday.
Always preseason. We'll see this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So actually, I mean, preseason.
It was preseason, bro. I would have wanted to watch, but we couldn't. So
we watched the Royal Rumble though.
That was way better.
Point of advice, by the way, whenever the Galaxy are playing a closed door scrimmage, you should follow the team that they're playing on Twitter. The team that we're playing always gives much better updates than the Galaxy. So if you turn on Toronto and turn on notification. Yes, Joseph and Gwenya. Good job. There's one more, by the way.
And it was on the chat.
Yeah. Well, tell them to Google the other one. I mean, that one's harder. That guy deserves some respect. But yeah, you always follow Toronto or follow whoever we're playing in a closed door friendly. You get better updates about what's going on in the game.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, I wonder why they're so secretive about it. It's like the internet exists.
Galaxy North Korea, baby. It's a mentality. It's a mindset.
Ever since you guys came with that,
it's truth. It's fucking truth.
It's a little upsetting.
Yeah.
Because Again, the internet exists. It's like, we're gonna find it. Yeah. Why not just fucking put it?
Why do you make it more difficult than you need to?
Did you not watch 8 Mile? You see how Eminem gets the advantage?
Yeah.
Why
the only part I don't get is why during particular months of the season they want to activate Galaxy fans as much as possible. During particular months, they want you guys to show up for everything. They want you guys to buy everything. They want you guys to talk about everything. But for other months, when they don't need you, when they can't make anything off of you, like then they can be secretive. Then they don't have to, try, for lack of a better phrase.
I don't know. Maybe they like follow this like fucking graph and shit that shows where people have more money to spend. Maybe they're that.
There was definitely a Galaxy rep at that game that could have told you the substitutions and the goal scorers and all that. Yeah. It was a decision to not do it. Toronto had the exact same choice in front of them, and they made a decision to tell their people. Like at some point, you got to question why we make the decision to inform you as little as possible and get away with it. And that's just the way we run the club. That's the way it is.
So confirm, Douglas Costa played today.
Did he? Yeah. I watched him play. I see a lot. It's weird. I see a lot of people were angry about the links to the transfer. And you would ask them like, well, when was the last time you watched Douglas Costa play soccer? And they're like, oh, I haven't. I'm like, well, what are you mad about? Like you don't even know what you're angry about. You're just angry to be angry. Like he plays in Gremio. Did you watch him play at Gremio? No. Well, then he might fucking be amazing. You have no idea.
Just a flash of what he had at Bayern and Juve. And
I'm telling you, Ashley Cole shoved my stupid fucking opinion down my throat. And now I'm like, until I see it happen, I don't know shit. Because I watched him play at Gremio. Do you know the formation he played at Gremio? So how do you know it's not going to work here? How do you know it's not something that's not going to work to his benefit here? It boggles the mind. People are weird. I'll take Douglas Costa over what? What do you have? What do you have as a difference?
Pavone. Damn.
Yeah. So I see that guy on Twitter who's like, Pavone's only going to cost $3.5 million. Galaxy have to make a move now, and he's like adding them every time. And I was like, well, my guy, like 8 days ago, you said the Galaxy had bid for Pavone and it was done. Like, why are you now begging them to make a bid for him? What? Like, there are other players. If you're going to be ridiculous about players, there's tens of thousands of players in the world. Pick a new one. We already did Pavone. That happened. It's done. If we sign Costa, we have 3 wingers. The fuck do we need Pavone for?
No, absolutely. I think that goes with the whole Pavone rumor being dead. I think we bury it today.
So nobody has to talk about him.
Riot Squad cast shouldn't bring it up.
I never want to talk about him again, if it's possible.
You heard it here first.
If it's possible, he plays for Boca Juniors.
Let's just say
he's won multiple trophies for Boca Juniors since he left the Galaxy.
Not even unless it's official, even if they're rumors.
Got to be holding a shirt.
We'll just call him that guy.
Yeah. We don't even have to do that. We don't have to do that.
All right.
Well, we don't have to do that. We don't have to talk about it at all because it's not going to happen.
Let's stop talking about it.
We just don't have to talk about it ever again. Ever. I wish him the best. Former Galaxy player, number 10. Wish you the best. Hope you have a great career. Thumbs up. But like, you're any other lone player. To me, you're any other lone player who didn't win a cup. Like, there's a lot of people who don't win cups that are very good. And it's a shame. But it fucking happens. Ashley Cole didn't win a cup. Goddamn shame. Christian Pavone didn't win a cup. Goddamn shame. Zlatan didn't win a cup. Goddamn shame.
Nigel Dijon didn't win a cup.
Jonathan, Yella. But like, there's a lot of people who didn't get to win a cup, and it's a shame. But like, that's it, right. And you just move on. And you know what it is? It's a fear that we're not going to get someone as good as him again.
So
that is a big fear.
So I actually want to lead on to this, and I said we're going to talk about this. We like every week we've been bringing this up. Is it time to panic? Are you confident? I know the answer on this one. Like, are you confident with these FOs and what they're doing, or capable to put together
the FO specifically? No, but you know that's more a product of, I think, design at this point. I think if anything, they should have conditioned all of you to lower your expectations from where they used to be. I'm not as stressed out as everybody else about the team. I actually like the way it's starting to come together. Marky Delgado is going to be a great signing, probably the most important signing we've had so far. To the Douglas Costa point, if you look at the way Gremio played while Costa was there, he played at the front point of a 3. with 2 holding midfielders in the middle and a cam right beneath the 3 forwards, which is perfect if you're playing Cabral on the left, Costa on the right, Chicharito in the middle, and presumably Vasquez or Efrain in the middle, Marky Delgado in the hole next to Ryan. You have 2 defensive midfielders that can play. Leardom is probably going to take that spot over Koulibaly at some point. Raheem Edwards plays left back. Julian Araujo plays right back as long as you got him. Move forward. Like I'm not as concerned as everyone else, but I'm not expecting to win MLS Cup. Like that's not our goal anymore.
Damn.
As a fan, you have to move past this. You have to move past this era of like the LA Galaxy operates to win MLS Cups. It's not what we do anymore. We operate for fan engagement. We operate for whatever. But and specifically this season, like it's certain people clawing on. We have to achieve at a certain level for certain people to claw on for 1 or 2 more years, and that's the goal. We're not walking into the season the last year of Chicharito's contract trying to win an MLS Cup. Like that's at least so far, it doesn't appear like that's the way we're operating. Seems like we're setting up for, maybe a potential big signing in a year or 2. But for this year, and look, there's nothing wrong with not directly competing for an MLS Cup every year. One team gets to win that every single year. Growth and building and production from the seasons before, that can be an end game. You don't need to shoot your load every year trying to get to the Western Conference Final. If you can make incremental changes to get to a semifinal, and then next year when contracts start to clear off and you get a little more money, you retool a little bit and then you make a push. The problem is every time we bring in a big name that has to get their picture holding MLS Cup, we got to blow the whole fucking roster up to try to win a cup, and we can't build on anything. That's why we let Romney go. That's why we let Steris go. That's the best 2 center backs we've had since AJ and Omar as a pairing. We have to let them go because we got to blow it up to try to win this year rather than building on some chemistry and some continuity. I don't have any faith in the people who run the Galaxy. I have 0 faith in the people who run the Galaxy. If they want to show me something different, then great. But you made the playoffs 1 of 2 years with Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Like, come on. You won a game against Minnesota in the playoffs with one of the best players of the last 10 years. I can't have faith in these people. We've walked 3 GMs in a decade, and when the 3rd GM walked, no one from the club said a word. Mm-hmm. They don't even feel like they need to explain themselves to you anymore.
We don't even know the order of
what happened.
Yeah.
We re-upped him for a year just to make it difficult for Feyenoord to take him. But outside, like, what do we do? And he walks, and no one says a word. So what good was he? How important was he 2 years ago or last year to the organization if he can walk in 2022 and no one says a thing?
Yeah.
He's as if a ticket rep left. But he's leading the organization. He's designing the organization. What importance is he if he can leave and nobody has to say a word? They don't feel like they have to explain anything to you. And that's just the truth. For me, that's the truth of it. I might be wrong. Fuck do I know.
And I think that's why a lot of fans are frustrated as well, because they see all these roundabout moves that, like, there hasn't been any like set vision to like now maybe where Vanny has said it's going to be a 3-year project and whatever it is.
Yeah.
Until now, we haven't had that, I guess, security with the coach or whatever's going down. So I feel that's why people get frustrated easily when there's nothing going on and we don't have, the players that, we think that we should have on the pitch. But then again, we're not fucking experts at that shit. So why even, you know what I mean?
I think that's the sad part. You said we're not experts at this thing, but how many years have we been saying, not just us, to like a person that just watched the Galaxy for the first time is like, y'all need a cam.
We signed a third of our roster last year.
Yeah.
We signed a third of our full roster last year alone to long-term deals. Are we building? We're building towards something.
Yeah,
we have to be building towards something. But if we're building towards something, why did you spend big money on 2 wingers just to come out and say we want Douglas Costa, or to be linked to going down to attempting to sign Christian Pavone? So now you're signing 4 big money wingers in back-to-back years? What plan is that? Like, what is the fucking plan? All I ever ask is, tell me, like as Brian says, tell me. I am at a point as a Galaxy fan where I've accepted the fact that we're not going to win the league every year. We're not going to compete for the league every year. Come out and honestly tell me, hey, it's a 3-year project we're working on. We got an end game. We have a plan. It's going to be 3 years, or it's going to be 2 years. It's going to take a year where we're building. Then we're going to get to a playoff spot. We're going to see how far we can get. The following year, we know what we're going to do after that. We're going to make some moves. Everything's going to be okay.
Yep. It's more digestible. Like to us as fans that go to the games every single time, we follow the team away. Stuff like that is more digestible. Like, yes, okay, we know we're not the shit anymore, but if you're telling us you're going to have this and this by this time, then, maybe we can wait and be patient about it.
You can look at where they're already going, and we're already back to like, hey, here's where we were at the Rose Bowl. Yeah. Remember the good old days. Remember how great things were in the good old days. We start that shit early.
Yeah.
And I don't really think we're going to have a bad year. I think we're going to be okay. I just don't know that they're comfortable telling people we're going to be okay. And Galaxy fans have to be ready to be okay.
Yeah.
Like in the choice between believing you're still great, which we're not, we're just not, believing you're still in this upper echelon of Major League Soccer, which we're not, and being consistently disappointed every year, versus understanding that every season and every game is a part of a journey that you're going on towards where you're trying to get. And there's a solidified plan to get from where you're at to where you're trying to get. And we're not gonna blow our load this year because we gotta get Chicharito his trophy. We gotta make sure Chicharito gets his picture.
But dude, I don't think I've told you that, like the moment that I want though. Like I'm not a Chicha fan. He's a G now.
Chicha.
Yeah. So I support him.
My boy.
And he did great last year.
Yeah.
But I want that image.
Two goals outside of Golden Boot despite playing 11 fewer games. Just pointing that out.
Again,
my man.
What he did for our G's.
For anyone who thinks my love of that guy is not genuine.
I do want that image. The fact that Chicha went to Man U, won a trophy. Vela went to Arsenal, didn't win a trophy. Chicha went to Madrid, won a trophy. Vela went to
Espanyol, I think. Espanyol, right?
Where the fuck? He went somewhere where they didn't win.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
He didn't win wherever he went.
Yeah.
So imagine that last image, him lifting the MLS Cup and Vela again.
They're both out this year too. Yeah. Like they're both gonna ride out into the sunset together
with no trophies. Damn.
Yeah. Well, Open Cup. Come on. Be a cup team, man. We should be a fucking cup team. Like bring some silver. This club needs silverware. Like that's the problem. The average fan doesn't expect us to legitimately compete for any form of silverware at this point. Whether it's a supporter shield, MLS Cup, even a Open Cup. Go make a fucking push to bring something in.
You think that's a good consolation prize?
I'll take it. I'll take something. We don't make the playoffs.
If you win, mind you, if you win an Open Cup with us building, that's
go to Champions League.
Champions League.
That in our depth is good too.
Get allocation money.
And allocation money.
Look, there is a benefit to winning the Open Cup.
Fucking stupid Galaxy. MLS and their fucking.
We're over here mad as fuck.
I'm not mad anymore. You can't get mad. You can't get mad at any of it. What's the point? What happens when you get mad? Like what? They don't listen. I said it on my show. I was like, I have way more Twitter followers than you, and they don't give a fuck what I think. You think they give a shit what you think? Like nobody. Come on. They don't care. They're not paying attention to any of this shit. Like Twitter's fake. Facebook's fake. It's not. None of it's real life. They don't. Klein got re-upped when we finished dead last. You think they care that you're tweeting to your 20 followers that you're not buying a ticket to a game? Jeez. They don't give a fuck, man. Come on,
Jesus,
come on. None of it. It's all make believe.
The harsh truth.
It's the truth, man.
I kind of regret inviting you.
I say it because I want you to be happy. That's all it is. I don't want you to spend your time angry at things. It doesn't do anything.
Nah, that's all good. Hey, Brian, do we have questions?
We actually do.
All right, cool. Before we get there, I'm gonna hand this off to you in a second, Tucker. I'm not as great with my words as you are, but the Galaxy community, lost a big piece this last week. Mr. The Araujo family lost Laura. If you don't know, that's producer Ben's for Brian Squadcast's wife.
Yeah.
She lost her battle to cancer. I never got to meet her.
She's a good woman.
Show. Yeah, I listened to her show and it was amazing. I always remember the whole pie thing. Mm-hmm. They called her.
Never got that pie.
Make us a pie.
Still call bullshit. Never got that pie.
But yeah, man, everything I hear about her, she seems like an amazing woman. You know,
Yeah.
she left behind 2 beautiful daughters, and you know, the Ronda family is really, I know, hurting right now, and I know money isn't always the answer, but and I know it's a tough time, but this family is in need right now, and every any penny just counts. And again, I just want to hand this off to you. You know, our condolences, our prayers go out to the Ronda family from over here at NAG, Brian, Chewy, Edgar, Willis, Tony. You know, we definitely send our prayers out to their family. And yeah, Tucker, if
Appreciate that, man. Like Laura was a fantastic woman. It's the first chance, I guess, because we haven't recorded in a while, me and Ed. First chance I get to thank everybody. We put up a GoFundMe for her funeral services. And the goal.
Links in the video description, by the way.
Yeah, links in. Fucking go twiddly dinks that shit.
And I'll put it on the chat right now, too.
Yeah, we put up a Patreon for Laura's memorial and her funeral services. Galaxy fans blew that shit out of the water in 22 hours before it got to her church group. The goal was met. Yeah, man. Like I could not believe it. I often think poorly about humanity, as I think a lot of people do, because if you pay attention to the like hate vacuum that is social media and Twitter and all that shit, you can think people aren't as great as they are. But I watched people like step up and solve a problem for someone who is having the worst problems of his life. And you guys took a lot of shit off his plate, and you made his day-to-day life a lot easier because he didn't have to focus on, you know, the specifics and mechanics of how he's going to make this impossible thing happen. And I really, really appreciate that. I can't tell you how important it is, even to me, that he doesn't have to think about shit like that in a time like this. And I know it means a lot for him. And his family and his girls. I can guarantee you, if anyone notices, it went over the goal. It went way fucking over the goal, which is amazing. All of that money is going to Laura's memorial and to taking care of the daughters that she left behind. You know, Ben's got a big challenge ahead of himself, and you guys have all helped him kind of get that challenge over the line, and a real, it takes a village mentality to ensuring that you know, everything stays the way it's supposed to be as best as can be. And it's just as easy for him to deal with in this moment as possible. So I believe, from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of Ed's heart, from the bottom of Ben and his family's heart, speaking on behalf of the Riot Squadcast as an entire family, I want to say thank you. You guys are fucking fantastic. Like that was some shit, man. That was some, I never thought I'd see something like that in my life. You blew it the fuck out of the water. You shared it so that it continued to get blown out of the water for days and days and days. And the last total I looked at before we came on was about $31,000, twice the original goal that was set. So appreciate you. I don't have the words to adequately say thank you. So in the biggest terms that you understand, thank you and graciousness. Like I bow to all of you. You're fantastic people.
Damn. We love you, Ben.
Yeah.
Good man. He'll be back. Squadcast will be back. Producer Ben will be back. He's just taking a little bit of time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And then also, you know, if you're a religious person, if you're a praying person, throw
shoot him
out
up.
there for
Yeah, she was fucking incredible, man. I wouldn't have finished school without her. I wouldn't have lost weight without her. She was a great woman. So yeah, toss them up. Toss all of them up.
All right. Shall we get to these questions?
What are you gonna start with?
We're gonna start on Discord. If you guys aren't aware, we started Discord. We will have those links posted up soon, so you guys could join our Discord. We have one from Manny 2G. What's your level of trust in Vanny for season 22? 1, not being trustworthy. Through 10, you trust him with your life.
Wait, is it just this season?
For season 22. 1 through 10.
I'm like at a.
It's Vanny specifically.
I'm like at a.
Vanny.
It's Vanny specifically.
I'm like at a 7. I believe in him, but I feel that he's also in an uphill battle. I'm of the idea that there's problems in the front office and they're clashing heads. I believe in Vanny, but whether he can do it or not, whether he has the support or not, I'm comfortable at a 7 because I think Vanny's going to make with what he's got, but I don't think he has the backing to do what he wants.
7's good. Seven is a vote of confidence, I would say. I mean, it's a C grade, which isn't amazing, but I mean, I would give 7 as a 7 feels good. I would have gone probably 6, a little lower, but 6, 7, yeah, 6 or 7, somewhere in that arena. We're still working on, like him or not, and I happen to like him a lot. You're still working on, a Chris Klein insisting we have a Chicharito, which is how we got someone like him. Where you're replacing Zlatan. That's probably not the arena you would go in, regardless of his 2021. Like Chicharito's not Greg's guy in the way Jonathan wasn't Greg's guy.
Yeah.
Kevin Cabral, I still think you can look at as like a long-term investment. We needed to get him now. Here's the mechanism that we have to use right now. And we needed to, like this season, I don't think he would have been eligible to be signed under it. But we need to get him right now if we're going to get him in. And then we can work on that project. 2023 for me, to be honest, is when I'm really going to say like, all right, I'm all in on the Greg Vanny project. You have the Chicharito DP spot. You use the Jonathan DP spot. You've signed your Marky Delgado. You've signed your center back. You've signed several fucking outside backs now. Like it's more your team. It's entirely on your head. 6, 7 feels good because we're still negotiating in that like weird Karofsky-Klein region for me.
I'll agree with that. I don't want to be too pessimistic, so I'll agree with you guys.
It's a good outlook.
I set the bar, huh? All right.
That's why I try to go last on the show. I talk the most.
Danger TRL.
Hold on, wait. You fucking
Chewy,
Chewy's
oh, my
here
bad.
too. Damn. 1 to 10.
was not
Trust
even
on
paying
Manny. Remember when I used to forget about Chewy? That's my job.
1 to 10. Trust on Vanny. 7.
There it is.
Good region.
It's just like saying,
7s all around.
It seems adequate. It's
Oh,
saying
by
that
the
you
way-
have faith in him, but you understand he's not,
Yeah,
the
not
sole
yet.
decision maker.
Tony, a nag boy Tony put in his his answer earlier. He said 8.875.
I like it. Like specificity. sir.
There's no reasons, just that. But
That's a high B.
Yeah,
Go
it's a
for
high,
Very high
high
B.
B.
Danger TRL. Who to win a Galaxy Royal Rumble with only the members of the current roster? The order is determined by their position in the starting lineup. Draft picks first, last are the DPs. So Mutatu would start, Chicha would finish. Douglas Costa would come in at 29. Who would win?
Should I do it or anyone?
You can go for it. No, please.
All right, I'll start it. Because I don't think anyone's going to pick him. Y'all seen that tackle he did on Polo? He ended a fucking season. Derek Williams is going to win this motherfucker.
I can give you that. Yeah, I can give you that. I was gonna say Koulibaly on some like basic racism, like he's a really big dark skinned black dude, like he's probably got him. But he also seems really clumsy in his feet, and in a Royal Rumble like that shit'll do you in.
He'll be
Jordan's
Titus.
too, bro.
Damn.
Grand Seer gives me like Ricochet vibes where nobody can really catch him. He's just kind of flipping around and shit. But I don't know. Current team is hard. Revolution. He seems thick
that's a good
and
one.
sturdy and hard to get over the top rope.
I don't know, dude. My money's 100% on Julian.
Number 2 coming in.
Julian,
He gets that
Julian's
push.
hood, bro. Julian's hood. He grew up in the
He's
farm.
Lompoc.
He
Don't
grew
fuck
up in the
around.
farm. Come on.
That's true.
I just love that as like a badge of
Aussie
honor.
gang
He
and
grew up in the
shit.
farm, yeah. Don't fuck
What are you
around.
playing? Who you got?
I would pick a number 10, but we don't have one.
Wait, who's that? Oh, damn.
Anyway,
Hold on. Who would get tossed out quickest?
Oh,
Go, bro.
Cabral, yeah. Although Greg says he put some muscle on. Greg says he's getting stacked right now, so we'll see.
Now he's a stiff noodle or some shit.
He just needs muscle. Look, that guy is 7 inches either direction from being your leading goal scorer last year. He's just got to get that boot a little more wrapped around.
Bond get kicked out first.
Who would even be like the Lesnar of the Galaxy? Who's like the guy that
Dima Kovalenko. It's
No,
the answer
maybe
to every question.
No, like that nobody likes. but he like somehow in the Galaxy. It would have been like Steris last year or some shit, right?
That nobody likes.
Yeah, like that's like Lesnar. Like a lot of people don't like him.
Yeah. Chicharito, man. A lot of people hate that guy for no reason, despite him being amazing, just like Brock
He is.
Lesnar.
I think he's dope.
All right, Chicha is Brock Lesnar. Then.
Not Brock though. I don't like Brock.
I like that I sold that. I was able to sell Chicharito with Brock Lesnar. Let's go.
I'll take it.
And we're gonna move on to Instagram. Thank you guys for asking the questions on Discord. Logan Jones has 2 questions. Well, one. Well, actually, it's just a comment. I'm actually a big fan.
He's not drinking, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm actually a big fan of the possible New Jersey for 2022 season. He also says, I see our defense haven't changed. I don't think they're going to change much.
No.
Damn, that sucks.
Well, Raheem Edwards is probably going to start at left back, and Kelvin Leardom is probably going to beat Koulibaly at center back, which means he's also going to beat Nick DePuy. I mean, that's half your back line completely changed. Julian Araujo is probably not going to make it through the whole year, which means at some point you're going to get a new right back. So Derek Williams is probably the only starter from last year who's going to end the season as a starter.
Are there any moves that you guys think we missed on? Like, say
Pavone.
Julian leaves, Brad Smith went for $700,000.
Pavone.
Of course.
Gotta be.
Of course.
Gotta be.
That's
Get it
that
over
guy.
the line,
You mean
Karofsky.
that guy?
Just make it happen. Change my opinion daily.
Brian Munoz, is Cabral a forward or a left winger? And can we still get Pavon?
Yeah, make it happen. It's great that he puts those 2 questions together because you're accepting that Cabral is going to play on the left side, but you're also going to play Christian Pavone on the left side. So just no one plays defense on the left sides besides your left back, which was a massive hole and a massive problem last year. Like tactically, you can only fit so many of these guys on the field and still defend from another team playing. If Pavone isn't going to play defense and Cabral's not going to play defense, every team is going to attack you down their right side and they're going to destroy you. But yeah, get Pavone back. Makes perfect sense. Let's do it.
Makes perfect sense.
Is
AG
Cabral
wants all
forward
of it.
or left winger?
Wants
That
all
was
the
a.
I think he's going to play on the left side
I
of
would
a
say
forward.
say that too.
He'll play like Dembele at Barcelona.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know. This seems weird.
It's where if you want, look, you can go to Footballia, go to footballia.net right now. You could look at, I think there's 6 Grêmio games from the 2nd division of Brazil. Watch where Douglas Costa plays in every single match. He plays on the right side of a front 3. If you have Douglas Costa, Kevin Cabral, and Chicharito, you play them as a front 3, Cabral on the left, Costa on the right, Chicharito in the middle. You look at the formation for Grêmio. They play 2 holding defensive midfielders, Marky Delgado, Ryan Revolution, how you pronounce his name, and they play a cam right under him, whether it's Victor Vasquez or Efrain Alvarez. We're already kind of sizing the team up in a way that works for Douglas Costa, whether you like him or not. That's kind of your business.
Bang.
That's just a question for me.
Tony,
You did
be
a great
real.
I don't even think that was a question.
Tony, be real. Comment on the poor D last year and how it could improve this season.
It's
The poor
not.
what?
Comment on how poor the D was last year
D.
and how it could improve this season to above average.
You rub the base. Say improve it every time. So, not too fast. Yeah.
Trim it, the base. And angles.
Angles very important.
No, to honestly answer the question, sheesh. I go back to what I said. For Kranis, Neo put pressure.
Yeah.
You know, fucking overload that center back roles. Because I think the wings they're doing the right moves, and it looks like it's gonna be resolved. But the center backs are where it's questionable.
I do think you're even with Neal and Fokranis, you're going too far down. Like DePuy forced himself into the starting 11 last year.
I think
Yeah,
so.
but
too.
he's on the bench.
my argument on that is that DePuy was there last year.
Yeah.
That's why you got to bring something else.
But I think Kelvin, who's new, is going to start at center back.
That's it.
So you have a guy who worked himself into the first team, who's on the bench. You have a guy who was brought in to be on the first team, who's arguably worked himself into the bench, and you have 2 up and coming. One of them a national teamer, defenders playing in the second team. Like the 2 guys who are on the bench already should have pressure on the first guys because one of them is a big money guy who came in to start, and the other is a kid who justifiably started next year. Like, I agree with you. Like, as long as everyone's pushing and you have, for Kranis and Neal pushing Depew, which is probably a more reasonable battle than Koulibaly because of the money. As long as all these guys are pushing each other, you're going to force him to get better. Whenever a player believes he's going to start no matter what, there's nothing you can do. That's typically when the form falls off. So as long as they're all pushing each other to improve, which you could, to be fair, we could use for Julian just to help him up that game. But he knows he's going to get sold, so there's not, you're kind of fucked there.
Well, but he has his own mission. He's going to work hard for that.
He's going to work hard, to put himself in the shop when he has to know this is his summer, especially ahead of a World Cup. And all these teams are going to know, if I want to get Julian Araujo, who's going to be the starting right back for Mexico on the cheap, I need to get him going into Qatar. Not walking out of Qatar where he might have a really good tournament and now the price is 6 or 7 million more. You think the Galaxy don't want the starting right back from Mexico in the World Cup playing for their team going into January where they can sell him, having just had him sign a brand new long-term contract? Any big team in the world who's smart, any director of football is going to get Julian Araujo this summer if they're going to get him at all. So for him, there's a lot of pressure to succeed. You still on the left wing or left back, you still have Villafana versus Edwards. You have a battle for whether Jorge Villafana wants to play in Major League Soccer again after taking a price cut to come to LA, or whether he's lost his spot to the next guy we brought in. The defense should improve. Whether it does or not, it's a different question.
In theory, it should improve.
In theory.
Ruben Yeska, he has 3 questions. Why are you guys playing bangers on these posts? Who will be surprise favorite this year? And for fun, do you guys like Danhausen?
Brian produced.
It's a wrestler.
Brian picks the music on the post.
I picked the music.
Bars today, by the way.
He produced all the waiting street music. And what were the others two?
Who will be surprise favorite this season? Douglas Costa.
I can't go with.
Costa.
I can't go with
Costa. Hell yeah.
Pavone, trust me, he's gonna kill it out there. He's gonna rape the competition. Why'd you say that?
I'm going to get blamed for that, right?
dog.
That's how this works.
Yeah.
How dare I let you put out a podcast that I'm sitting on where you said something inappropriate?
See?
I've literally gotten that email. It's fucked up. People are crazy.
On the same one I beat you on.
I beat Tucker.
So I'll say 2 things. I think Cabral ends up winning fans over.
Ooh.
And I think Marky Delgado becomes like one of those.
I think Delgado's going to be up there. Guy runs his ass off. Like he puts in a shift. Surprise favorite. I will take Efrain Alvarez.
Oh,
that's a good one.
I'm going to back my boy this year.
Yes.
I don't, speed-wise, watching Costa play, if Chicharito can stay anywhere near where he was last year, watching Costa play at Gremio, watching Chicharito play, and if Cabral has put on a little bit of muscle, I don't know how you defend all 3 of them when Efrain's passing out of a 10. I don't know if we regularly play Vasquez up there or if we play Efrain. I mean, hopefully he gets a push. And I want him to be in the question for being on the plane to go to Qatar for Mexico. And the only way he does it is if he fucking balls out this season. Like it has to be this year. For him, for Chicharito, it's got to be this year. For Greg, it's got to be this year. For Klein, it's got there's so many guys where it kind of has to be now. So I'm gonna don't give him the 10 because he ain't done shit to earn that yet. But I hope this is the season that he finally fucking takes off and justifies them not spending a DP spot on a 10.
Damn, man.
That'd be beautiful.
You waste international spots worse than the Galaxy, right?
Damn, that sounds like a lot of pressure on a young kid, though. To be honest,
He's got. I didn't put him. But if you look at the way the Galaxy operate, I'm not putting the pressure on him. For me, he's a young kid. They put him on a mural before he played on the first team, just for his parents, because he's born Pico Rivera. Like just because of his parents, they put him on a fucking mural. I'm not putting the pressure on that kid.
Yeah,
I want him to slow develop and be here long term. That's not what the window they're putting him in. They want him to be this instant success that destroys the league and leads us to glory and all this other nonsense. Like let him be a young kid, but I hope this is the year he gets to thrive with a genuine attacking force in the front 3.
Yeah. For me, it's going to be I'm not playing. It's going to be Costa. Same reason how people hated on Ashley Cole when he said he came to be on vacation. It could be similar situation with Costa.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
Why?
Brought up on Corner of the Galaxy too. Someone in their chat said it. Ashley Coast in the DP. There's way more pressure.
Sure.
On Costa than there is.
Well,
We weren't even paying Cole the first year.
What about you, Chewy?
oh, you remember this time.
You're the one that forgot this time.
Wait, what's the question?
Who would be a surprise favorite this year?
Shit. I don't know, dude.
Just-
Chicha.
That's not a surprise favorite.
Nah, honestly, I don't know. I don't even know who we're keeping.
Just say Efra.
Just say Cabral.
Nah,
Question.
because I don't think Efra is in a good spot with a lot of people. So,
Say Pavon.
Always the right answer.
right, Pavon? Yeah.
There it is.
Dude, that's going to be like the answer for everything.
There it is. Gio Dos Santos. Let's go.
All
No,
time favorite.
Villalfana, otra vez.
Villafaña.
Yeah.
That's a guy I could see earning his.
Could be one of the new guys, Raheem Edwards or Kelvin Leardom.
I feel like those are easy answers though.
Nah, Leardom's going to be really
I think,
solid for
I
us.
think Leardom is like going to be a solid player for the next 2, maybe 3 years if he can.
You know, it could be a sneak pick, Derek Williams.
No, but you said
But he's already. I think he's really. Very
But I mean,
good.
if he has a consistent center back partner, which we didn't see him get, and you get to see him be like he was in those first 4 games or so, and he's consistently like that all year, that's, I mean, that's
How
a fan
about
favorite all
this?
day.
Actually, no. I'll give you one better. Shout out to Edgar's on the chat. It was split last year. What about Grant Sir? He wins everybody.
I love Grant here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But not everybody does.
Oh, those people are stupid.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, probably Mark Delgado.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know how he plays. They don't know about him. So,
Could be blown away.
yep.
Yeah.
Proper number 8, runs his ass off.
Yes, that'd be ideal.
Yep.
And a non-DP number 8.
Yeah.
Which I said the money never goes there.
Not a
And
massive
that-
injury record.
Does it for the questions. Thank you to everybody who submitted the questions. You guys are awesome.
Thank God I'm tired. Yeah, shout out to everyone who submitted questions. Before we get up out of here, anybody got anything else? Anyone got anything else that we should talk about or want to talk about? Or
LA Galaxy related? No.
no, definitely.
Wrestling related?
I got a Preston
Roman
Judd. I got a
Reigns,
Preston
baby.
Judd Galaxy 2 jersey. That shit is fucking gorgeous.
Preston Judd?
Yeah.
So
Gotta
yeah.
frame that motherfucker.
So you have captain's bands, you have game worn jerseys.
Yeah,
you
don't
have-
fucking. I'm not trying to get robbed. Don't talk about my captain's band.
I know, bro. What the fuck? That was low key shit.
Yeah, man.
I'll put Chris Tucker's address on
Yeah,
the chat.
you have picked me up before.
Just get me the collection jersey and I'm good.
I have my collection jersey is gorgeous. I have a nice collection, man. It's been a good life. It's been a good. I don't know how much longer I have in like active Galaxy fandom. It's a really toxic community. It's not good for me. But I've
Not even the community, just the team.
nah,
Like,
yeah, well, the
it's-
team's worse. But yeah, I've been blessed with some jerseys and some player kits and stuff. You know, I want to do a Jalen Neal, like ever see the jersey collections where somebody has like every jersey somebody
Yeah.
got. I want to do that for my boy Neely, going back to his 44.
That'd be dope.
There's a couple of things we have to mention. So, the pop up.
Pop up. That is correct.
Didn't you put that on the chat?
I did put it in the chat.
So you take over.
There's a pop up.
That's because somebody asked for the link, so I'm gonna put the link for the.
Well, it's next Saturday, February 5th. It starts from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Can't really see the address.
Jesus,
Dude,
man.
my vision is horrible.
1038 Venice Boulevard, Los Angeles,
We'll
California.
keep reposting it throughout our social.
90015.
Yeah, we'll keep reposting it through our social medias and all
The
that.
Graph Lab.
Yeah, that way. And everybody show up. These are fun. People interacting. You know, you get to see people you haven't seen in a long time, and you know, G's
Just
up.
stay safe.
Just a bunch
Wear
of
a
G
mask.
shit. Yeah, wear a mask. Do all that. Safe. What is it? Distancing. Distancing.
So I put also check out our Discord. I put the link on the chat. I appreciate everybody watching, listening. If you listen to this later, come join the chat. It was actually pretty lit today, which was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So, Tucker, thank
Yeah.
you so much again.
Thank you, man. I haven't talked about the Galaxy in forever. My head gets Gets all full.
Oh, trust me, you're not missing much.
Hey, last Zimbabwean player.
Oh yes, the last one.
Who? Oh, dude,
He ain't gonna Hail Mary this.
did it with Cronin.
Mubarak Chisoni.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Again, you ain't gonna Hail Mary. That's why we make lists, sir. That's how we keep this shit together.
That is why.
If you want to find me, you can find me on all social medias. That's Eddie Nags.
Oh, I beat you, Eddie. What, bitch?
That's like the Lakers. Never mind. If you want to find me on any social medias, I am Eddie Nags all together on all social platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, yada yada.
You don't sound too enthused, sir.
Yeah, I just got fucking schooled.
You can find me as Bryant Nags on Twitter,
Cool.
Instagram,
You got served, son.
and PSN.
I got Omicron.
It's not real.
You guys can
Joking.
find me.
Please don't tweet me. It's a fucking joke. I gotta realize, like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't need to do that shit.
Yeah, you guys can find me everywhere as Chavez JA, Chavez Ha, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as Chavez
Robert Lopez.
Nag.
I got Robert. Sorry, I'm going to derail this. Robert Lopez in the chat. I got to talk to you about that Gabe Moore and Chandler Hoffman, one of my favorite players. Yeah, we got to discuss a price or something, sir. Maybe some trade. I have quite some jerseys that might interest you. Completely irrelevant. You can find me at ZeroCool138 on Twitter. Robert Lopez. Everyone else, leave me alone.
Oh, the floor is yours. I mean, what about the Riot Squadcast? I don't know where they can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do a podcast called the Riot Squadcast with my best friend Ed and my exceptionally good friend Ben. I can't put him in best friend status, but he's like right below it because I love my boy Ben. Yeah, we record sporadically every Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. What do we talk about? We talk about the Galaxy, and I try to make games around Galaxy trivia and history because I'm really fascinated by the older shit that everyone forgets. And I'm a big proponent of the fact that if you just let the Galaxy tell their narrative of what their history was, it's probably going to be skewed because they can't stop lying to you. So I try to find the history myself as best I can and present it in as accurate a way as possible. I try to look up things that you may not have heard about. Like there was a Jamaican named Winston Griffiths that played for the Galaxy, died a few years back. We told his story. Yeah, it's a Patreon episode. Oh, we do Patreon. You don't need to sign up for it. It's fine. But if you do, like things that actually take me time to do, we put on the Patreon. We do a free show that's like, hey, what's up? Talk about the Galaxy, whatever. But if you want like shit that takes me away from my family, like, yeah, it costs you a couple bucks, a couple shekels. But yeah, Riot Squadcast. It's on Twitter. I think it's on Facebook. And if you want to come hang out and talk about the club, like that's cool. And if not, like that's cool too. Do whatever you want, man. Be happy. I'm not going to be like, hey, check us out on Tuesday. Like, fuck, what do you want? Show up or not, whatever. I'll still be there.
You were like, oh, I do like this, those lightning round, or not the lightning round, but you do that, those questions. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh yeah, we play a game called Know Your History.
Oh, Know Your History. You like totally stumped me today. It pissed me off.
With a Zimbabwean one,
Yeah,
you know what's sad? I could have named that before I walked in, just because like I really like knowing that there's only 2 Zimbabwean players. So when this guy signed,
But like,
I'm like,
I
oh, there's
knew
3.
one, but the name just wasn't there.
Yeah, Josephine Guinya and Mubarak Chisoni. Those are the 2. And now fucking this other kid, whatever his name is,
I'm gonna end
Ferrari.
Ferrari Watutu, whatever.
Mututu.
I'm gonna end this because I have to go and cry that I got like reversed.
I beat you, son. Next time you come on the show, we'll do Know Your History. I'll do a full fucking thing for you. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, make it easy. Chris, again, thank you so much.
Appreciate it, man. Whatever you want.
And just so you know, Chris didn't know who had the most red cards in Galaxy history. So thank you everyone for watching once again.
I still don't.
I'll remind you. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram.
Who has the most goals for a defender?
Filter.
It's easy money. Yes, sir. Greg Manny. Penalty spots.
Penalties.
Cheating. Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. Thank you again, everyone, for watching. If you're in the live chat, shout out to you guys. If you're not, make sure to join the live chat next time. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, make sure to share, like, and however you can help us spread the word of news across the galaxy. Make sure to follow all other podcasts, Galaxy. We do this just for fun. We don't get paid for this.
Because
shit.
it's fun as fuck.
Yeah, Riot Squadcast, Corner of the Galaxy, LA's Our House,
Straight for the stand.
Straight for the Stand,
G30s.
Simply Soccer, G30s.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's so big.
There's so many.
It's so big.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Guessman, Galaxy Podcast Network. What the fuck?
Tell
I've
them
been
to
telling you for years, bro.
Hey, we're
Let's do
building
it.
it. Hey, look in that camera. We're building it. Tell them to go here.
Which camera? Where am I? I have no idea. Is it this one?
shit,
What's
this
up?
one right
What's
there.
up? What's up?
The Podfather.
Galaxy Podcast Network or News, whatever.
We're
do
building
one.
it here.
We'll do
Tell them.
both. We'll do both. Galaxy Podcast News. What's up? Yeah, you better watch that shit. It's like Fox News, but better because we only talk about Alan Gordon.
What do you mean? It's just like Fox News. We lie to people. We tell them that this is the best way.
I love Alan Gordon. Very few number 9s have won an MLS Cup. Alan fucking Gordon. Get that shit down.
Sam Mell's my favorite. For Brian, Chewy, thank you again, Chris Tucker. This is News Across the Galaxy. Until next time, keep on nagging. Oh, where's the camera? Somewhere.
Keep on.
Wu-Tang.